see the catch now. And good morning, everyone, and welcome back out to Pineville High School. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, bringing you today's Championship Saturday matchup. This is the third place game. Should be a good one. ACA is ready to go to work in this one, as well as the Hornets of Good Samaritan. Both were top seeds and both were upset, if you will. It's difficult when you get to the Final Four to call any game an upset in these, as these teams have battled each other throughout the year and through the years. As a matter of fact, they've done that. This should set up a pretty good matchup in here. Two good ball clubs. You just wonder what the mindset is at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning when they were amped up to come in and play for a state championship. Both got defeated in really good games. That one last night was one for the ages, ended up 11-9 in it. That will pit Chef of Baton Rouge and Southwest Louisiana Knights. But we've got this one to go. Again, we said it is the Acadiana Christian Athletics, ACA Defenders, and the Good Samaritan Fellowship Hornets ready to go in this one. You see on your screen along the bottom, if you're looking there on our Boxcast page or all around, the Defenders will be home. Good Samaritan Fellowship will be the visitors in this one. You see the meeting on the coaches and the officials taking place, and just come out and you'll crown third and fourth place finishers in the ACEL 2022-21 baseball season. Yeah, we did that backwards. Going to try to do a little better than we did yesterday. Met a lot of people up here at the ballpark that said they had folks that were watching back home, so we're certainly glad to have you there. Baseball going on the field up here at the top. Softball underway down at the bottom. We will crown two state champions for ACEL, one in softball, one in baseball. You can flip back and forth if you like. We certainly enjoy having you out here. Going to be a little bit warmer today as the sun is high, and going to get warmer as we go throughout the day. Yesterday, the afternoon and evening games kind of cooled off just a little bit. We will get the starting lineups for you as they are announced to us. Not privy to that information beforehand, but we'll try to follow along. We will turn it over to the public address announcer and let him take you through everything. When we do that, they'll start off with the pledge, but what better way to wrap up in April than with a state championship game? That one is slated for 11:30. Games tend to run long. We're not sure what the exact start time of that one will be, but we'll have it for you here on this very same channel. So bookmark the channel. This link won't work. You'll have to go back in and click in on the new link. But again, excited to bring you this. Again, if you're unfamiliar with where we are in the state of Louisiana, right in the middle of it. So if you look, Alexandria Pineville is right there in the middle. Those two kind of go hand in hand, similar to a Shreveport Bossier, a Monroe West Monroe, or what have you. And we are delighted to have you in our part of the country. Getting to become good friends with these ACEL folks that you guys are just great fans, and it is great to have you on board again. We've called the volleyball and the 8-man football championships. We've done co-ed soccer. We've done girls and boys basketball, and we are now wrapping it up with baseball and softball. And so glad that we're able to bring this to you. Going to be a good one again. We said it is ACA, the Defenders of Acadiana Christian Athletics. They're going to do business with Good Samaritan Fellowship. and we're moments away from getting this thing going. So we're going to turn it over to the public address announcer here. And we are back and ready to go. Get this one underway. It will be ACA as the home team in this one, which is how we originally had it. It got announced backwards. Good Samaritan will be the visiting team in this one. We'll try to keep that up as best as we can. The one thing we guarantee you is it will have the score and the inning right for you. Balls and strikes not necessarily able to keep up with that. You see Gulotta on the mound getting ready to go. Ben started at shortstop yesterday, had a big game. The senior right-hander is ready to come and do some work in this one. Again, Doug Gann alongside of Chuck, who is down doing the softball that just moments ago got underway. They will have their consolation game and then prepare for that championship game. Reminds you that our chat feature is opened up down there. Give a shout out to the player that you're here supporting in this one. The team, where you're at, let us know about it. We go back and read these afterwards. Can't keep up with them during the game. But whatever venue that you're on, whatever avenue you're watching, we invite you to leave a little comment or a shout out to who you're watching. I will tell you this, be careful of those spam links that get posted in the comments. We had somebody ask about that yesterday. Those are just terrible spam links, and they try to get you over to spam sites, phishing sites, and pay sites and things like that. We just invite you to steer clear of all of that. Internet seems to be doing a little bit better, maybe choppy this morning as it gets a little bit warmer. But we're ready to go. What better way to spend your Saturday morning than on the baseball field? Some of these young men will be wrapping up their careers today. Fans still starting to make their way into the ballpark here at Pineville High School. Gulotta finishing up his warm-up pitches. Leading things off for Good Samaritan will be Tyler Duke. Tyler Duke had a big game, threw the ball well in the mid-innings yesterday, just had a great showing yesterday in their loss, but really impressed by the play of Tyler Duke. That one is in there for strike one, and we're underway. Again, if you're following along and you're here in the ballpark, a big hello to you also. That one back foul and quickly 0-2 to Duke. Gulotta sits, delivers the 0-2. That one misses outside. Good waste pitch from Gulotta. Trying to get Duke perhaps chasing something, but unable to do so. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody down, top of the first. Gulotta rocks back and fires the 1-2, and that is right back up the middle. Going to be fielded by Gulotta and over to first in time for the out. Gulotta, no stranger to fielding his position. Of course, as you know, he played shortstop for the defenders yesterday, and quickly in the top of the first, we've got our first out. Ashton Pedraza will bat second for the Hornets this morning. Good Samaritan Fellowship. The away team in this one, and that one swung on and missed. Gulotta showing good stuff early on. That one misses high. One thing that jumps out at you on Gulotta is that velocity that he brings. Senior right-hander, big guy on the mound, and he certainly throws that way. Here's a delivery right down the middle, and that's taken. You see the ball drops out of there. Happened a couple of times in warm-ups, and looked like Gulotta was getting a little bit frustrated with it, but that was big yesterday on the basis of some dropped pitches and pass balls. Good curveball swung on, and that's going to get Pedraza swinging quickly. 2 up, 2 down. Carter Benagia stands in, batting third. Started on the mound yesterday for this Good Samaritan team and just really couldn't get out of that third inning. Big 7-run third inning for Sheffield Baton Rouge, and Gulotta pumps that one in there for the strike. Steps back and delivers this one, does Gulotta. That's a curveball that finds the outside corner, and down 0-2 is Benagia. Very impressed with this first inning being thrown by Ben Gulotta. Comes back, Gulotta delivers this one, taken outside by Benagia. Another one of those 0-2 waste pitches, but getting ahead of every batter here in the first, and that's something. Setting the tone in a first inning is what you have to do. Gulotta sits back, fires this one in. Drops that curveball, and he's halfway into the dugout before it hits. He thought that was a nifty little curveball. In fact, it was, but did not get the call. Welcome aboard all of the viewers that have joined us on Boxcast. Big hello and shout out to you guys. Gulotta stands back, delivers the 2-2. That one is in there for strike 3. That will retire the side. So back-to-back strikeouts. And nothing doing for Good Samaritan in the top of the first. We will be back in the bottom of the first. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Back to action here at Pineville High School. Sawyer Bonin getting ready to go to work. Had a big home run yesterday in that loss. They were down 6-0 when he hit that bomb. Thought he was going to bring them all the way back, but unable to do so. Came in and pitched a little while, but he gets the nod today. And the one thing that we remember about him, he's got another good solid fastball as well. From out here, you can hear the glove pop also. That lets you know that it's got a little bit of velocity on it. So 1, 2, 3 for Good Samaritan in the top of the first. We'll see. We saw the defenders really hit the ball well yesterday. They just ran into a buzzsaw in Sheffield Baton Rouge. Quick throw down right on the money. And we're ready to get things started here in the bottom of the first. Gulotta back in his normal leadoff role. Stands in ready to go. Had a great inning. But good stuff from Bonin early on in this at bat. Bonin rocks back and delivers. That one swung on and missed. Wind blowing out just a little bit. You saw that on the flag during the national anthem. That one misses up high, 3 balls and a strike. Early on in this one, we've got this one and one more. The state championship game coming up. Swung and a miss. Drop third strike. Going to throw down to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Drop third strike. Score it 2-3 if you're scoring at home. David Claudette stands in, ready to go for the defenders. That one swung on and missed. Good work finding the strike zone. It looks like these pitchers came out a little bit nervous yesterday. Tight. They are relaxed and throwing with their good velocity today. Bonin standing in there, not moving, just gets the ball back, peers in, and delivers this one, and it is popped foul and back out of play over there by the gym that you got familiar with yesterday. If you watch these broadcasts, and we thank you, a number of you did just that, you know that foul balls end up there quite a lot. Wind starting to pick up just a bit. That one fouled straight back as well. Good hack at it by Claudette. Rocking and firing is Bonin, and he gets a swing and a miss there, and another drop third strike. Going to have to throw down to first, and that one is dropped, and that's going to get the runner on at first base. Drop third strike. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Bonin, but the batter reaches base on that one via the drop third strike, and that will get Claudette down to first base. Savoy, we believe, will stand in there ready to go to work. Swung on and missed. Gage, the catcher for this defenders team. Swung on and missed. Good stuff by Bonin, but each of his first 2 strikeouts have resulted in drop third strikes, with one of those reaching. Inside, looks good, but misses. Good command of the inner half of the strike zone by Bonin, as he is not afraid to work inside, outside, and then bring that curveball in. That one is ground and fouled off of Savoy. Just 1 out, but 2 strikeouts in the inning. One of those rarity snap throw over to first, not there. Misses up high, but quickly down to first, and that one gets away. And that will send Claudette into second base. So runner at scoring position for the defenders. One misses up high, and a couple of throwing errors from behind the plate to this batter. And to Claudette, who is out at second base. The drop third strike, and then now the quick pick attempt over to first was not there. That one driven to right, but out of play. Still one down. Bottom of the first. Hornets went 3 up, 3 down. Now the defenders at work. Good curveball, and that's the one. And yeah, and Savoy knew about it. Nathan Sternerman will stand in there ready to go. Runner at second is Claudette. Figure out, I'm not sure. They didn't tell me which one it was. That one misses up high. Didn't see many clean innings at all yesterday. Looking for our first one here. Big fastball from Bonin goes right by Sternerman. Sternerman pitched a little bit in that game yesterday. He was in. There's that curveball that drops in for another big strike. And now you set up and can throw pretty much whatever he wants to. He's got the curveball working, got the fastball in there as well. That's just a big, hard fastball, and that's going to do it for the defenders. 3 strikeouts in the inning, but one of those reached base. No damage there. Back to live action we go. You see Gulotta finishing up his warm-up pitches. That's a couple of them that have made the backstops well. That's what we have to look at in here. Good first inning of work for Gulotta as he stood in there and retired the side. No score after one. A lot of runs yesterday in both games after an inning. Sawyer Bonin will stand in, ready to go to work. See if he can get things going for the Hornets in this one. As a pitcher, you'd like to go in there and help yourself out a little bit here. Had a home run yesterday in that game. That one misses down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Park really starting to fill up on the softball side. Folks starting to get in on the baseball side as well. That one swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. And look, Gulotta wants that ball back quick. He gets it back and gets to the mound and is ready to go to work just as quick as anybody we've seen. Good pitcher stance. He just peers over the top of that glove and delivers. Misses up high, 2 balls and a strike, and a good job of getting him back. You see the big fastball pitchers that come in, they just want the ball back. They want to stare in and take command. That one lifted foul, evens the count at 2-2. Set to play 7 in this, the consolation game, third place game, if you will. Gulotta rocks back, delivers. There's that curveball, just misses outside, swept it in front of the plate. Rock back and firing this, and it's Gulotta. And that misses, and Bonin draws the walk to get things going. Lucas Self will stand in, ready to go. A couple of strikeouts in yesterday's game, but a big first baseman for this Hornets team, and you'll get a courtesy run over at first. That is Logan Heron. Logan Heron on to run at first base for the Hornets. Gulotta set to go to work against Self, steps off. You see our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down at the bottom. No score in this one. We play top of the second. Good Samaritan, the visiting team in this one. There's the delivery from Gulotta. And again, that was missing. He's missing up and away. He's trying to throw that high fastball, but it's missing on the top half of the strike zone on the last couple of batters. That one finds the lower half right in there for strike 1. Good success down low, keeping that ball around the knees for Gulotta. That high fastball is his good power pitch, but a lot of strikes down in the bottom half of the strike zone. That one ground out to short. Opportunity for double play. The first on in time. Double play. Scored 6-4-3. Self grounds out to shortstop in what certainly a tailor-made double play ball. And Gulotta quickly with one pitch gets a couple outs. That one down on the bottom half in there for the strike. And that's, again, where that ground ball came from. That's where a lot of the strikes are from. And Gulotta may be better suited to keep that fastball down low. That one is roped out to left field. Going to be a base hit. Good work standing in there and hitting that. That was Trent Ketchum. So give Ketchum the base hit. Brendan Watanabe stands in, ready to go to work. Kind of a defensive swing there, but strike 1. Saw both of these teams, practically all 4 of them, like to get out and get aggressive on the bases. Gulotta looks back over and checks on Ketchum. But I will tell you this, the work behind the plate of all 4 catchers in this Final Four was so solid. Swing and a miss there, 0-2 to Watanabe. Here comes the old train making its way through, as it does around 9:30 every morning. That's going to be a swing and a miss and a strikeout there. That will retire the side. Nifty double play kept the Hornets off of the board. They get a couple of base hits, strand one runner. We move on to the bottom of the second right after this.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Sawyer Bonin in that Hornets defense ready to get back after things. Again, what a great inning he had, throwing the ball very well. Both of these pitchers have thrown the ball so solid, albeit just 9 outs in the game, yet still, you look at early, if you get pitchers have good stuff in the first, there's a good chance they're going to keep that throughout the bulk of the game. See Bonin able to mix in a very good diet of curveballs with that fastball of his. Snap throw down to second, throw it down, and we're ready to go. Aiden Prejean will come in ready to go to work. Swung on and missed, and Bonin starts right where he left off, throwing that big, hard fastball. Misses up high. And again, if these pitchers are able to work down in the strike zone, they're having a lot of success down there getting strikes called. Upper half has not been so giving. Going to check that one down to first. Did not go. 2 balls and a strike. There's that curveball. Comes back in. Has Prejean stepping out, but buckles right inside the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Go with another curveball. A little more gust on that one. A little gusto on that one. Fills the count up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's a swing and a miss. Another strikeout recorded by Bonin in this one. That one fouled out back over the third base bleachers and will make its way back into the clubhouse and shop area here at Pineville High School. Bonin rocks back and delivers this 0-1, and it's out to second base. Kind of turns on it, but makes the play at second base. Does Eshton Pedraza. Looked like the ball got to him quickly to the glove side, or to the freehand side, and he had to go back and get that one, but quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Both of these pitchers working very rapidly. That one in there, strike one, and the crowd's starting to appreciate the work that Sawyer Bonin is doing on the mound. That one misses up high, and again, go in there, and they tend to overthrow that high fastball just a little bit. That lets you know they're not finishing down, pulling down on it. Best to locate that thing down low, just like that one was, and that one missed somewhere down low. The official gives that was down low. But, I mean, if that's going to be that tight a call, these pitchers are going to have to work. Swung on and missed there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're going to check him. Does say that he goes. Just to throw down to first will do it. So 3 strikeouts, 3 dropped, third strikes, 4 strikeouts, 3 of them dropped, but that play was made there. 3 up, 3 down go the defenders in the bottom half of the second. We go to the third right after this.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back, everyone. We move on to the top of the third. Both of these pitchers pitching well. Sawyer Bonin for the Hornets, and equally as well Ben Gulotta for the defenders. This is certainly one of those pitchers' duels. Not as much breeze as there was yesterday by any means. We're a little bit lower than we were yesterday in where we are sitting. And set up, you'll notice a couple of different angles that we have on there. And hopefully our internet stream is running a little bit better in this one. Again, we invite you to hop on that chat feature, the comment section of it, and leave us a comment and let us know your thoughts and give a shout out to your favorite player, your team, or just anything that you'd like to talk about within reason. Give us a like and a follow, 446 Sports. That's where you can find us. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button as well, and you'll know whenever we are live. That's the way to do it, is follow the channel. Whether it's Facebook or our Boxcast, or if you're watching this out in Twitter. Brett Boudreaux stands in ready to go. Center fielder for this Hornets team will lead things off in the top of the third. Gulotta rears back, fires this one, and it's in there for strike one. Getting ahead of batters all day has been Gulotta. He goes into his third inning of work and starts the same way off to Boudreaux. Rocks back, delivers the 0-1. That's that curveball taken for strike two. Hear a little bit from the coaching side of it. Catch you get that ball back to Gulotta and not have him moving around. Let him keep where he's at. Keep firing fastballs and mixing it up with that curveball. Gulotta stares in for the 0-2 to Boudreaux. Delivers this one. They're saying that it hit him, but it ends up in the catcher's glove. And that will get Boudreaux down to first base. Correction. So that was Matthew White that had hit there. So Matthew was hit by the pitch, and now that will bring Brett Boudreaux up to the plate. Sorry about that, Matthew. It's an EA. They call that error on the announcer. That's me. Own it. Gulotta goes to the stretch. Got a runner over at first base, and White swing and a miss there. That one had to just barely graze White as that curveball dropped right in the glove. Umpire must have heard something because it didn't change the velocity of that ball at all. Gulotta from the stretch comes set, ready to go. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 to Boudreaux. Sun starting to make its way high into that Louisiana sky. Warming things up quickly. Supposed to be in the mid-80s today with a little bit of cloud cover. Where is it? 0-2. Gulotta gives a glance back over to White at first base. Throws that one up high. Drops out of the glove of the catcher, but no damage done. 1-2. No score in this one, as you see on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard on the bottom of your screen. Ball and 2 strikes to Boudreaux, center fielder for the Hornets. White over at first base. Gets a little bit of a lead. The catcher play in this game has been solid. Trying to duck under that curveball that comes in and does, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throwing one good curveball, has Gloss snap throw over to first, not in time. And we'll do the 2-2 once again. Gulotta looks to first, now delivers. That one right down the pipe. Third strike is dropped again, but first base occupied, so nobody having to run, only when the bases are loaded. Good low fastball. Tell you, these pitchers are going to earn a living in this game down low with that fastball. Both mix that curveball in well. When you hammer the bottom half of the strike zone, you're getting a lot of ground balls with the velocity that they throw. And we saw how erratic the outfield play was by all 4 teams yesterday. There's that curveball that's in there for a strike and 0-2. High fastball, they'll check it, no go. Ball and 2 strikes. Seems to be a good spot to miss in, is up high. Officials are not calling it up there. If you get a chase on there, it's going to be up in the zone. Gulotta looks in, 1 ball, 2 strikes, White over at first. That one gets to the backstop. Hung on to that one a little bit long, did Gulotta, and that allows White to get down to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks to runner back, now delivers. That one lifted down the third baseline over towards near that Rebel batting facility. Settling back in, we'll do the 2-2 offering once again. White at second on that pass ball. He was hit by a pitch. Fastball misses away, fills the count up 3-2. Slow-moving inning here as both of the first two rapidly went by. This one is kind of dragging on, and that one is lifted out to left field, going to be caught there. Good job coming on and making that play down the line. And two are retired as Pedraza stands in there with two down. Top of the third, 2 outs. White, the runner, at second. Gulotta stares back at White, checks him again, and now delivers this one up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Gulotta's done a good job of getting ahead of all of the hitters that he's faced today. As has Sawyer Bonin, his counterpart on the hill. They are in command of this one. Allow a base runner here or there, scattering them, but that defense seems to take over, or their command on the hill does as well. That one swung on and missed. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday morning, watching a little bit of baseball. We appreciate that. Big day in Pineville. They will elect a new mayor for the first time in over 20 years today as the runoff concludes today. Big bond issue over in Alexandria also. So a lot of things to keep your eye on here in town today. Gulotta delivers this one. Fastball misses outside. Looks like he concentrates on White a little bit too long back there. Maybe his MO. He may have done that most of the year. But with two down, your focus needs to really be on that batter. Misses up high, and that one gets to the backstop, and that's going to chase White down to third base. And so losing focus just a little bit is Gulotta with White on base. And Gulotta's going to need to focus. Looks like runs are going to come in at a premium in this one. They were scored in bunches yesterday. Going to be at a premium today. Gulotta rears back and delivers this one. That one misses low, and it's ball 4. Pedraza draws the walk. And that'll bring Benaja up. Carter struck out his first plate appearance. Runners at first and third. Benaja bats from the left side. A lot of room down that left field line as they're playing bunched in. These outfielders are in the middle, bunched pretty well. That one right down the pipe for strike 1. And Benaja settling himself, looking at one from Gulotta. Now he's ready to go. No balls, 1 strike. Gulotta peers out at first base. Delivers that one and fouls it back, and Benaja is in an 0-2 hole. Good matchup here. You know that Benaja swings the ball well. Was a strikeout victim back in the first. Wants to make up for that. Ball and 2 strikes. That one misses. It was close. Thought they had it. Two balls, 2 strikes to Benaja. Gulotta will take a glance over at White, who's at third base, peers over at first base quickly, settles in. You got to focus your batter first and third with 2 down. Comes set, ready to deliver. Big sweeping curveball misses up high, and that runs the count full. Now that fills it up. It was 2-2, so that ball down low. Looked like Gulotta thought it was a full count as well. Misses there, and that's going to load the bases up. Good at bat for Benages. He walks. Sawyer Bonham stands in. Wind is blowing out. And like I said, you talk about it because he's the only one that left the yard yesterday. Went to left center with his home run. And now he stands aboard with the wind blowing out to left center. Bases loaded, full of Hornets. Gulotta really in his first jam in this game. That one from Bonin is going to be out at short line there. So all of the drama and just a harmless bloop line drive over to shortstop to retire the side. That will do it for the Hornets. We will see what the defenders have in the bottom half when we come back. And we're back. You can't beat fun at the old ballpark when there's an opportunity to find some sand. And we are out in the outfield, but that young man has found the sand and enjoying having a good time out there and playing. And that's what fun at the old ballpark is all about. Sawyer finishing up his warm-up pitches. Look, there are a lot of younger brothers and sisters that have been toted around travel ball tournaments and big weekends that really have no concern for the game. They just want to go find a place to play, and there's a lot of sand that is out here behind the outfield wall where they like to play a lot. They'll take this sand and move it inside if they need new dirt on that infield or whatever the case may be. But the youngsters tend to find the dirt mound. And right over here, just got one in the face, as it was that young man wasn't looking and caught a baseball right between the eyes there. That's Brett Boudreaux yesterday was out in center field. Now he is over at third base. Looks like he's fine and ready to go. And we'll get back to action. No score. We move to the bottom of the third. Bonin back out for his third inning of work. Leading things off for the defenders will be Aiden Prejean. Prejean stands in there ready to go to work. Takes that first one for a strike. Misses down low. And I'm telling you, both of these pitchers like to get that ball back quick, and they stand in there. There is no delaying going on by either pitcher. Big time swing from Prejean. Swings right through that one. Again, we've got Southwest Louisiana and Sheffield Baton Rouge coming up shortly after this one. That one lifted foul and out of play. Count will remain, no balls, 2 strikes. Bonin sets for the 0-2 delivery to Prejean, misses that one outside. Ball gets back to the backstop. We'll get a new baseball in and ready to do this one again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses inside. Good velocity on that fastball, but Prejean with a good eye to take that one inside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just as soon as the batter gets in, Bonin ready to deliver. Throws that curveball up high. And so had him 0-2, got him to foul one off, and that's going to get him down to first. Missed one on there, so that puts Prejean down to first base on the walk. Back to action and ready to go now. Squaring around to bunt, but a snap throw over to first, not in time, as that chases the runner back. Misses that one up high, gets to the backstop, and will get down to second with no throw. Does the courtesy runner in this one, Dante Dassinger. Dassinger came in to run for Prejean, as the coach doing everything they can to get a valuable run across. We've not had one, and we go to the third. Bottom of the third, we play. Squaring to bunt now. That one is fouled back. So the bunt's still on. We're trying to get the runner Dassinger down to second base now, trying to get him over to third. Bunt is there, and it's popped down the third base line and is going to roll in. And what a well-placed bunt. So third base let it go. And there was nobody there to cover it. Brilliant piece of work of bunting the baseball. And now runners will be at first and third for Ben Gulotta. Gulotta looking to help himself out just a little bit. Base hit, pass ball, a lot of things can score a run here. Nobody down, bottom of the third. Defender's best opportunity to score one so far today. Swung on and missed. Runner from first off and going. They'll throw down, trying to get him, and that's going to get away. No play at home, and that will chase the runner over to third base there as the first run of the game comes in on what has been some defense that's allowed it, but the defenders strike first in this one and pick up a run in the bottom of the third without putting the ball in play. Swung on a miss, dropped third strike. Got to look the runner back. Now that throw goes down to first. It is in time. Good dig over there at first base. And that'll be the first out of the inning. 1-0 in this one. Bottom of the third. They're already over in the fifth in that softball game. Softball admittedly goes a little bit quicker than baseball does. Squaring to bunt again. That one is taken up high. Sawyer Bonin running into a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the third. And you know these defenders, they put 9 runs on the board yesterday against Sheffield Baton Rouge. They scored in bunches. Bonin delivers this one, trying to square around again, and will take that in there for the strike. Squaring once again, looking for the squeeze. That one is laid down. Runner not going to advance. Play made at third. Now there's a play at home. Delayed play at the plate. Going to get the second run across. Tremendous job of base running there by the defenders, and they'll steal their second run of the inning. Went via the, so not as much as a squeeze as it was just a bunt to try to draw that throw, and they did. Got the out at first, but as soon as that ball was released towards first base, off and running were the defenders. That one ground out in front of the plate. Going to be dropped over there, and the runner's going to be safe. So a tough inning for the Hornets here in the bottom of the third. Defense starting to lapse a little bit. For the defender standing in will be Nathan Sternerman. 2 runs in the bottom of the third for the defenders. Snap throw down to first, not in time. Shouts of not even close come out of that dugout for the defenders. That one fouled back left, caught up in that net, makes its way onto the field, stays there. Bonin and these Hornets just trying to get out of this inning. They've given up 2. Want to keep it right there. That one smashed foul back into the same spot, same result, drops back out onto the field. 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the third, 2 runs in for the defenders. Sawyer Bonin trying to get that last out here in the third, keep it just a 2-run game. And the delivery, that one swung on and lifted foul down the line, going to find its way into that parking lot. And we'll do it over. Bonin, the 2-strike high fastball right in there. Sternerman down on strikes, and that will do it for the defenders in the bottom of the third, but not before they pick up 2 runs. They lead it after 3, 2-0. We'll be right back.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back to action. We go. You see Ben Gulotta finishing up his warm-up pitches. He's been solid on the heel for the defenders. Good velocity. You can hear that fastball popping in there. Clouds starting to make their way in today. And a lot of overcast. Looking at rain perhaps this evening in the area. Leading things off in the top of the fourth is going to be Lucas Self. Self stands in ready to go. He and Ketchum will lead things off along with Watanabe in the top of the fourth, trying to generate something for this Hornets ball club as they trail 2-0 top of the fourth. Good curveball lifted, foul and out of play. Nobody can find it. It goes harmlessly on the roof of the press box. Tried to set up in the press box yesterday, but really no signal at all up there. Gulotta delivers this one, misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one taken high, 2 balls and a strike to Self. Self looking to get something going. That's what you got to do. You've got to find a way after you give up a couple of runs just to go back out there and get your leadoff guy on base. 5, 6, 7 for the Hornets in the top of the fourth. 3 balls and a strike to Lucas Self. That one misses low. And again, without the luxury of the scoreboard, we're off. That fills the count up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Self watches that one go down low, but my goodness, what a close one. Good take from Self. Gulotta thought he had that strikeout. Trent Ketchum will stand in with the runner at first. Runner over at first is Self. Trent Ketchum plays catcher for this team, and what a snap throw at first, nearly in time. Tag just on the head, and the hand got in there. Official was quick to let you know about that one. Anyway, what a great name for a player that plays behind the dish. Trent Ketchum stands in there ready to go to work, trying to get these runs back for his Hornet squad. That one misses up high. Thought about a snap throw down to first, but Self not really getting off of the bag that far. Again, over to first. A lot of concern for Self over at first base. 1 ball, no strikes. That one fouled out of play. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Curveball misses up high, and that one was getting called earlier in the game. As a matter of fact, a lot of thought he had that one. He'd had that one called a couple of times already, but ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike is Ketchum. Ketchum stands in ready to go. That one misses low, 3 balls and a strike. So Gulotta, the fastball pitcher, has missed with a couple of his nifty curveballs. and finds himself down in the count 3-1. Nobody out. And as a pitcher, you want to come out and shut down a team after you put a couple of runs across, especially in a low-scoring game. Gulotta, the 3-1 delivery to Ketchum, thrown. Does he dare throw it with a full count? Does he trust it enough? He steps off a little bit, kicks a little dirt, and settles back in, ready to go. Getting nice and breezy out here in the outfield. There's the Gulotta delivery. Misses outside. And a couple of walks are going to put runners at first and second. 5 and 6 via the walk, and you bring up Brendan Watanabe. Infielders going to get together and discuss a little bit. Just letting each other know, basically know, hey, this is what we're going to do. Keep the ball in front of you. Let's throw a ground ball, turn a double play here. We showed you a little bit earlier the one young man that was playing by himself there in the dirt. It's kind of like Ray Cannella in Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Got 5 of them that are out there. And I'm telling you, if you've got dirt and you've got kids, the two shall meet at one time before the game is over. Can't be fun at the old ball game. Coach Claudette finishes up his meeting with the defenders. Tells his young man, Gulotta, just trust your stuff, get back and throw that fastball. Snap your curve off a little bit more. Let's go to work. Be looking for the bunch. You got to believe that Watanabe is up there looking to sacrifice the runners over. Self out at second base. Not squaring. That one is popped up. Third base coming in, calling for it, and makes the play. Infield fly. So the batter was out from the time that ball was hit. And so not up there bunting, up there hacking first pitch. That'll bring Matthew White up. In the first at-bat, we announced him as Brett Boudreaux, but they bat behind each other and have the 2 numbered 3 on the end of it. So, but White walked in his first at-bat, chases the outfielders back just a little bit. A ground ball here could potentially get the defenders out of the inning. That's why you like the thought of bunting that ball with nobody down. Now you've got 1 out. Still an opportunity perhaps to sacrifice them over, but you'd have Boudreaux up and batting, staring back itself, and delivers this one. Misses. Not as kind of a strike zone as these pitchers had early on. 2 balls and no strikes. Certainly don't want to put him on. Struggling with the bottom half of the order in this inning here in the 4th. Swung on and missed by White. Had a good hack at it. 2 balls and a strike. 1 down. Top of the 4th we play. Rocks back, delivers this one, and it is fouled back near the entrance. Evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and fouled that one straight back. So a great at bat for Matthew White. Two balls, 2 strikes. We'll do the 2-2 over again. Gulotta takes a deep breath, looks back, and they're going to call a balk on Gulotta. Instantly, Second base umpire, you saw him call that one right on your screen. And Gulotta explaining to him, said, look, I've been doing this the whole time. The official will sit there and explain what he saw and what he called to Gulotta, but that moves runners over to second base and third. And now we're ready to go back to work. Same situation, just 90 feet further up. Runners at second and third. Self out at third. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed, and a snap throw down to third. Not in time, but a good idea as Self was drifting off just a little bit. Ketchum, the runner at second. Self over at third, and Boudreaux, the center fielder, will stand in. Opportunity now to get out of this for Gulotta. You don't want to turn things over. If you're Boudreaux, you're trying to get on base any way you can and get the top of that lineup back up there. Tyler Duke standing on deck waiting to hit. Here's a delivery from Gulotta. Misses up high. A ball and a strike. Gulotta curveball misses up high. I think normally just he's struggling with I guess the shorter batter that's up there. 2 balls and a strike. That one right down the pipe though. And it evens the count at 2-2. So Gulotta, who had some trouble here in this inning, the top of the fourth, has a chance to go ahead and get out of it. Boudreaux needs to keep this inning alive for the Hornets. Curveball in there is a nasty one, and that is strike 3. So trouble brewed, but nothing doing for the Hornets in the top half of the fourth. We move on to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth we go. I am Doug Gann, 446 Sports, bringing you the action today. ACA put up 2 runs in the bottom of the third, first and only runs of this game for either squad. Hornets had something brewing in the top of the fourth, but nothing doing. And now Sawyer Bonin finishing up his warm-up pitches. That one in there for the strike. So Bonin back to work. looked like threw that one in the same spot. Different result. It's a ball and a strike. Bonin, again, just worked so quick. That one ground over to shortstop. Throw to first, bounces in there, and that's going to be safe via the error. Sternerman stands in, ready to go. Quick throw back over to first, not in time. Chases Caleb Barris back to first base. Snap throw again over to first. And continuing to make those throws, that's what got him in trouble last inning and allowed those runs to score. You like the aggressive work back there, but risk versus reward. Bonin stands in, and that bunt is right out in front of the plate. Over to first in time. Good sacrifice. Colson Orez started the game yesterday. Stands in, ready to go. One down, bottom of the fourth. ACA looking to add to that lead. They've got a runner at second base with just one out. And Bonin throws a beauty of a strike in there. Been able to get ahead of batters most of the game. That one swung on and missed. And quickly out in front, 0-2 on Orez. Just a difference in him. Orez is a very solid player. But the young man, just an 8th grader, and he is facing Sawyer Bonin, the 17-year-old who is up there throwing heat. Bounces that one down low. Good job of blocking it up behind the plate. Trent Ketchum, though, has been solid back there throughout the weekend. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. That's out number 2. Good work by Bonin. Aiden Prejean will stand in, ready to go to work. Prejean, of course, bats from the left side. Wind has changed direction and it started blowing in from left field, or right center, if you will. That one, just a stab at it, not really a full swing on it. And down, no balls, 1 strike, is Prejean. Clouds really starting to make their way in and fill this Pineville sky. There's the delivery. Another one swung on and not a good attempt. Prejean has not had 2 good swings at it, and he is down 0-2. Just a couple of defensive type swings really for the young man. Bonin delivers this one on the outer half, looking to see if Prejean would chase one out of the zone and did not. Here's the delivery from Bonin. Curveball, and that's a good cut at it by Prejean. Coming around to score all the way around. So Prejean with not a lot of, the 2 swings, not great ones, but was able to put it all together on that last one and drive in the 3rd run of the day for the defenders, and they take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Dante Dassinger will come in to run for Prejean again over at first, and that brings Ben Gulotta back in. That one bounces around, and that's going to get Dante down to second base. Scored a run in a pinch running role earlier. Courtesy running, if you will. And now Gulotta will stand back in. 1 ball, no strikes. That one hammered foul back into the net, evens it up, a ball and a strike. Last day of April, and what an April it's been. Been an interesting one to say the least. April 30th, always a big day for 446 Sports. That one ground back foul. Take this opportunity to wish my wife a happy 17th anniversary. 17 years she's been putting up with me and my travels and the work that we do through sports broadcasting and limousines and all of that. So graciously allowed me to come out here and be with you guys on the morning of the anniversary. I tell you this evening, though, it's I've got that list of things that I have to do. Now, couldn't imagine life any other way than with Mrs. 446 Sports. That one swung on and missed, and that's going to retire the side, but not before the defenders pick up a run. We move to the top of the fifth. 3-0 ACA on top. Back to live action here, hanging out with the folks, Savoy center fielder for this defenders team. Looking to wrap things up in this third place game. Still have some work to do before this one is over with. Gulotta comes back out onto the hill. He will pitch in the top of the fifth. Tyler Duke stands in there. Seemed like we were waiting a while for him to come in. Had an opportunity to bat with the bases loaded, but Boudreaux unable to get on base and would have had Duke there. And now Duke stands in there ready to get things going for this Hornets team here in the fifth. And that one is lifted out to center field. And that one is there. So my man Savoy out there doing good work in center field, making things happen. Talked about him and right to him. Taking care of the first one. And that will bring Ashton Pedraza to the plate. Missing low is Gulotta, but one quick out in the top of the fifth running out of chances are this Hornet team, and Gulotta throwing the ball so well in this one, misses up high. Way to go, announcer Jinx. 2 balls, no strikes. Things getting spirited down on the softball field. Definitely can hear them screaming. That one inside to Pedraza, up and in, runs the count to 3-0. Down there, strike one. Gulotta, who threw 1 pitch, 1 out to Duke, now has to come all the way back, and he's filled the count up 3 balls and 2 strikes. So good work. And unable to get that one. Gulotta frustrated, thought he had that one on the outer half, but Pedraza is going to get the walk and head down to first base. That one fouled back into the stands. Carter Benagia stands in there ready to go to work. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down, top of the 5th. Gulotta has been rolling right along. Thought he had the strikeout just a play earlier. Swung on and missed by Benagia. Carter was very impressive yesterday. Another one of these young players, and that's one thing that we've seen. There's so many young contributors on these ball clubs. They just grow up in the programs. That one lifted out to center field. Coming up, trying to get it is Savoy, and he does. He gets another one. So it's almost like we scripted it for our man out in center field. Savoy made a couple of good plays. Tried to get him to dive for one in warm-ups. He said, I'm going to save it. And he's made two putouts here in the top of the 5th. 2 fly balls. That lets you know Gulotta starting to get that ball up in the strike zone. We said that staying down lower on it was where he needed to be, but has recorded a couple outs. This one lifted out foul. Everybody ducking and covering back there, but no danger to anyone. 2 down, top of the 5th. That one in there for the strike and quickly down 0-2. Gulotta finding his rhythm after 2 fly balls to Savoy. Curveball runner coming into second. Going to be safe as the throw was offline. Prejean unable to get that throw down. And that sends Pedraza to second base. But Gulotta more concerned with that batter, and that's where you have to be. That one swung on and driven foul down the first baseline and out of play. Nifty curveball stays inside, almost hits the batter, but taken inside. Consolation game is over down the hill. They'll be getting ready for the championship following the awards presentations. That curveball fought off and driven over the first base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Deuce is Wild up here on the scoreboard. 2-run lead for the Defenders. They lead this one 2-0. Gulotta has pitched to Jim as he works in the top of the 5th. Looks the runner back, now delivers. Misses up high, and that one is going to get to the backstop. Not going anywhere was Pedraza. Had an opportunity to move up 90 feet and did not. Don't know if he didn't get a good read on it or what, but that's that pitch sailing high would have been a perfect one to get down to third base on. Gulotta fills the count up after 2 fly balls out to center field. That one driven out as well. Savoy is there for another one. Savoy gets all 3 outs in the top of the 5th. And he and the Defenders will look to add a couple of more when we move to the bottom of the 5th. Back to work we go here in the bottom of the 5th. Congratulations to the Archangels there of Christ Bridge Academy in Jennings in softball. They win that 3rd place consolation game today, and they are about 30 minutes away from kicking off for first pitch on that. Let's get your sports cliches correct there, Mr. Gann, if you would. About 30 minutes away from first pitch. Big shout out to everybody that has followed along. A number of ways you can find us. They're on Boxcast, on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Either of those venues that you've stopped in, please give us a like and a follow, and you'll stay up to date on when we come back live. Bottom of the 5th for the Defenders. Bonin trying to keep it right here as he throws that one in for strike 1. You want to keep it right here and give your squad a chance. They're getting some base runners the last couple innings, but Gulotta has slammed the door on it both times. Bonin seems to be getting stronger the longer he stays in. Had those 2 runs that were allowed on a couple of throwing miscues, but has been throwing bullets the entire time. 0-2 offering, swung on and missed for the strikeout, and 1 down, bottom 5. There you get a good look at Sawyer Bonin. David Claudette will stand in ready to go to work. And that one lifted out to where we are. Second base has it. Got it a lot higher. Didn't quite get it up in the air. But a good job in that high sky. And we saw this give folks trouble yesterday, but no difficulty there for Ashton Pedraza. at second base. And quickly 2 down. That's what you want to do if you're Matthew Bonin or Sawyer Bonin. Just continue to mow down batters and give your guys opportunities. You think that this squad from Good Samaritan Fellowship get some runs on the board, but I'll tell you, from the other side of it, Ben Gulotta having nothing to do with that. This has just been what you would call a pitcher's duel. These two guys have had command of the mound, the strike zone, the entire way. Swung on and fouled back into the net on the right side. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down, bottom of the 5th. The defenders trying to add to this 3-0 lead. Might have said 2-0 a couple of times. It, in fact, is 3-0. Three nothing the lead for the defenders. They bat in the bottom of the 5th with 2 out. 2 quick outs for Sawyer Bonin looking to finish it off. That one misses out and low. That one a big swing and a miss. Swung on, driven to short. Going to go the long way to first. Oh, right in front of the second, he got it. So, yeah, a little camera fake there. Out was made at second base to retire the side. We have played 5. We'll move to the top of the 6th right after this.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
We move to the top of the 6th. And you get a good look at Gulotta, who has been there. Ben Gulotta been on the hill the entire day and has just thrown the ball well. And you get a look at Savoy, who'll make his way back out here. Had himself an inning last inning. Recorded all 3 outs. Did a great job of it. Big shout out to Sandy Merrow and this ACEL Athletics group. She has just been a champion throughout all of this. Move to the top of the 6th in this one. And just a couple of chances left for those defenders, or correction, for the Hornets. They have had base runners and had opportunities, but good defensive plays. And it looks like everyone has kind of settled down from yesterday. Yesterday, nerves were there. Lucas Self will lead things off for the defenders in the top of the 6th. Folks starting to warm up down there on the softball field, getting ready to go for that championship game slated to start around 11 o'clock. Gulotta delivers the first one in there to self, and that misses ball one. That one thrown right down the pipe, ball and a strike. Again, overcast day here in Pineville, and very grateful for that. Yesterday, it was full, abundant sunshine. Coach Claudette making his way out. Looking like perhaps a pitch count issue in this one that may get Gulotta out of there. Nope, stays in, so just had a quick word with him. And getting settled. Ball and a strike. First batter of the inning is Self. We play the top of the sixth, 3-0. 3-0, the defenders with the lead. That one driven back foul. So 2 in the bottom of the third, 1 in the bottom of the fourth for the defenders as they lead this one, and it's been goose eggs for the Hornets throughout. Ball and 2 strikes to Self. There's that curveball, but unable to really snap it off is Gulotta as it stays up and above the hands and shoulders of Self and able to lay off of that one. Just didn't pull through that curveball. He throws it right back, and where he missed, I don't know. And that's the same thing Gulotta is wondering. That was probably one of the best curveballs that we've seen from Gulotta, and he misses somewhere that I'm unaware of it happening and fills the count up 3-2. Swung on and missed. Gets the out there. First out of the inning recorded. And Trent Ketchum will stand in ready to go. One out. That delivery misses up high. You get a good look at that matchup. Swung on and missed. Just as we told you, Sawyer Bonin getting a little stronger. It looks like Ben Gulotta has done that from batter to batter. Misses that curveball outside and throws it away. Curveball not as effective as it was in the first half of this game. The first 2 or 3 innings seemed to snap off that curveball pretty well. And now the fastball has become his go-to pitch. We'll see if he comes back with a curve here. Drops in and just pushes a fastball over the plate. Ball and 2 strikes as that one is fouled back out behind us. Turnover down on the other field as the teams from that early game are starting to make their way out following the trophy presentations. That one misses up high, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fifth Saturday Market going on down on Main Street. We told you that. Make your way down there to check out that. They've got arts and crafts and food vendors and music down on Main Street, as they would say, just up the road. Prejean takes one off the unprotected hand there. It looks like he's shaking up just a little bit. Well, we say it was the hand. Might not have been. We tend to get the camera off anytime there's been somebody that's shaken up just a bit. But, yeah, so we don't believe that necessarily was the hand. Prejean has been solid back there today. Catching Gulotta is a tall order, and a good round of applause for Prejean as he gets back his catching gear on. And anybody that sits back there and will catch, much less the fastball that Gulotta brings to it, kudos to him. Here's Ben's delivery. That one is driven out to left. It's going to be foul and out of play over where Looks like the Patriots players are getting loose. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. We play top of the 6th. Hornets running out of outs. Defenders looking just to hang on. Looks like going to have to throw a shutout as both pitchers have been dueling. That one down, does not get it, trying to get into second base. Not going to get there, so the play will be out. So you saw both ends of it. It ran a collision there at second and first, caused the ball to come out. But making his way around, trying to get something going, was Ketchum. And unfortunately, they did that. They did that. They caught him going to second base, and that's 2 down. Stepping in will be number 12. That is Brendan Watanabe, with 2 down in the top of the 6th, making sure that second and first are okay over there. That's Sternerman, but it looks like that young man got the worst of it. That is Colson Orez, and we saw he is just a tough player. Young man started on the hill yesterday in that game against Chef of Baton Rouge, but the Patriots came out swinging the bat. Until that triple play in the 4th, the Hornets pulled off, or the defenders pulled off a triple play in the 4th, and it kept the Patriots at 11, but they put up 20. So 20 runs in that game. A 2-0 in this game, but that's all that it is. 2 for the defenders and 0 for the Hornets. They're looking to get something going. Needed that base runner, but instead now there are 2 down, making sure that Colson Orez is fine and he's good to go, and they signal ready for play. And that looks like that's going to do it for Gulotta, and it will. Tremendous performance, and he'll get a big hand from the crowd as he walks off. Close the book on Ben Gulotta today. And that's going to send Nathan Sternerman back to the hill. We saw him throw yesterday through a couple of real productive innings also. So there you got a good look at Nathan Sternerman finishing up his warm-up pitches. And the defenders just 4 outs away from wrapping up this third-place game today. The Hornets still will have something to say about that. Brendan Watanabe will stand in ready to go to work. Two down in the top of the sixth, 3-0 the lead for the Defenders. And I promise you, I have said 2-0 several times. I assure you, the score that's on the scoreboard is right. That's the one thing I told you beforehand. Disregard anything I say mostly, except the part about the scoreboard having the correct score on it and the inning. Watanabe stands in ready to go against Sternerman. Sternerman on in relief of a tremendous effort by Ben Gulotta. Swung on and missed there for strike one. Four outs to go into this one. You're the Hornets. You got to just put together a little bit of a rally. Swung on and missed there, and Sternerman quickly ahead 0-2 in the count. Couple of defensive swings in there, but not much going on from the youngster Watanabe, the sophomore, facing Sternerman, the senior. Swung on, driven over to third. Play is going to be made over at first. Good stretch there, and that will retire the side. Great work on both ends of that. Colson Orez had been shaken up on the play prior to that, wanting to see if he was okay. You guessed it, he is. We'll be back for the bottom of the sixth right after this. Back to work for his sixth inning of work. Sawyer Bonin stands in there, and he has pitched to Jim short of those 2 runs in the third and 1 in the fourth that he gave up. It's been goose eggs. He has thrown the ball really well today. A couple of defensive letdowns, it looked like, throwing the ball around just a little bit. And Sawyer stands in there to work to this very, very potent Defenders lineup that he has held in check most of the day. Pinch hitter standing in. We'll try to get his name for you. The official has not set the ball back ready for play yet, so he keeps the hand up till he gets things and now signals, and Sawyer goes to work quickly. Missed up high and high above the belt, it looked like from here. Tight strike zone in this consolation game today. That one swung on and missed. Good fastball from Sawyer Bonin. So Gulotta went 5 2/3 before he gave way in that one. There's another strike in there. He gave way to Nathan Sternerman, who came in and got out of the inning. No trouble, just looked like running into a pitch count issue. Bonan's pitch popped up. Looking forward out at shortstop. And going to have it there is Boudreaux. Boudreaux, you saw yesterday, was in center field over at third base today. And that's the first out of the 6th. That one driven foul. Swung on and missed. Sawyer Bona continues to impress. It's been very solid. The right-hander from Good Samaritan Fellowship. Couple of rocky instances there, 2 or 3 batters in a row. And he's on the backside of a 3-0 deficit. That one misses up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, bottom of the 6th. Defenders have a 3-0 lead. You know, they'd like to add a run or two to it here before the Hornets come up with one last shot at it in the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Here's a delivery from Sawyer. That one is ground to first base, handled there. And good work by Lucas Self over at first base to take that one. No, I'm not doing it. It's way too easy.